All right, this is the audio test 1 2 3. Audio test 1 2 3. One of my favorite things to do, or one of my favorite things that happens in fitness, is somebody kind of gets the fact that they do understand, or it kind of clicks for them. Like it's when they start seeing that the results, because they know that the consistency happens. They know the workouts are paying off, and they know it's not an easy road. It's not an easy road, but it's one of those things that you're able to do. Fitness is not incredibly hard. It's not easy, but it's not incredibly hard. You just got the habits you have to develop into getting it is like the one thing that makes it hard to do. But once you get it down, it's just smooth sailing, and then you're kind of getting to this realm where you just make it harder on yourself on purpose. All right, we'll walk into it. These are the main things that you want to make sure you get down when you start your fitness journey, just to make sure that the path is smooth. First things first, the main thing is you want to make sure you're getting rest and sleep. Rest and sleep plays a big role in how your body reacts to you doing a diet, or big part of how your body reacts to you doing a diet, or to how your body's going to recover for every workout that you do, and anytime you're getting into like changing your body recomposition. Your body has to be at its peak performance. The best way to do is make sure you're getting enough sleep and also getting enough rest. Second thing you want to make sure is to get your nutrition down. This is a lot harder to do, but it's probably one of the most important things you have to do, right next to sleep. Nutrition is going to probably play the most important role in your journey, just because this is going to be what you're putting into your body. This is going to help determine how your body is going to lose weight or gain weight depending on your goal, but it's also going to be a key essential part in how your body recomposition is. Main thing when I say body recomposition is how your physique changes when you're going through a journey, especially when you're losing weight. Your body has a different recomposition than when you're gaining weight. And also when you're converting muscle, when you're building muscle versus losing muscle, shedding body fat, all of those things. And it usually happens during a fitness journey, but you definitely have to do the work. And on top of that, you do have to change a few things in your journey. And activity, probably not as important as rest and nutrition, but activity is going to help make this journey as fast as it can be. And on top of that, it is going to help change your body in a sense when it comes to body recomposition and developing muscle, and also how you overall feel when the workout is happening. Activity also helps with how your body feels, your cardiovascular system, and how your body just performs. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Damn. Okay, let's talk about rest and sleep. Probably one of the easiest things you can incorporate into your fitness journey in order to get you on the right track. Usually when you get a lack of sleep, it hampers how your body's going to function when it comes to fat burning, muscle building, things like that. Also cognitively, your mind. One of the most important things you have to do is make sure you're getting enough sleep. 6 to 8 hours, highly recommended for you to get. Anything less than 6 hours, you kind of rolling the dice. And rest, I like to categorize that is when you work out, making sure you allot yourself the proper amount of rest before you work out again. And usually that comes later on when you get your fitness journey on, but you just want to make sure that you have, in the beginning, at least a day separation between working out. So, work out every other day would probably be the best method. But again, you just want to make sure you get an adequate amount of rest in order for your body to recover so it can be effective for the next workout. And again, what you are looking for is just to make sure your body in the best position in order for it to work properly. All right, so make sure you're getting enough sleep. And hell, if you have to take a nap during the day, no judgment. I take naps. All right, it's worth it. Okay, that's one thing we got to get down. Let's talk about the next. All right, next thing we're talking about is nutrition. Nutrition, probably the second most important thing when it comes to your fitness journey. Nutrition is basically what you put inside your body and how it affects your body. There's two approaches that you want to do when it comes to nutrition. There's a common sense way and a scientific way. Basically, when I say this scientific way, is You want to track your food, measure it, be really wary of what you're putting inside your body. I do recommend, if you are starting your fitness journey, probably doing a calorie counter type deal. I use calorie counters like a special app like MyFitnessPal. It just helps me when it comes to tracking my food because it just makes me more cognizant of what I'm putting inside. But at the very minimum, I would recommend you tracking, either journaling or using one of these apps, of what food's going into your body so you can understand what's going in. And again, that's more of a scientific way, but again, it's like a loose scientific. But again, we want to just make sure that we're doing these things. It's going to help allow you to kind of give a good understanding of how your fitness journey is going. And like I said, the second way is common sense. We all know what we're not supposed to eat, all right? We all know what we're supposed to eat, how we're going to make the conversion from eating the things we're not supposed to eat to eating more of the things that we are supposed to eat. The main thing is, if you initiate either good common sense and great portion control. Portion control is not eating until you are satisfied and not eating purposely, storing half the food away and putting it in your fridge. This is not easy, but once you kind of get into a rhythm, it becomes way more simple. Another good tip, especially when it comes to common sense, is substitution. It's kind of like a blend of common sense and scientific, but think of it this way. If you think about all the food that you eat during the day, where you can make substitutions. But one thing that I did, especially when I started getting older and started being more cognizant of my diet, is I would make substitution on decreasing the amount of sugar I eat throughout the day. One thing I did drink a lot was energy drinks. I made the conversion of having sugar-free versions versus the ones that have full sugar. Yeah, the taste is completely different. I'm not saying it's going to be exactly the same, but you do get used to that. You do get used to the taste, or at least you feel less guilty when you're eating. So again, common sense, scientific, blend of both, but what you're mainly trying to do is just finding areas in your diet where you can make changes so what you're putting inside your body is not going to hamper your progress. And that's all we're trying to do. Again, building healthy habits. All right, last thing, activity. Let's talk about it. Talking about activity, what's great about activity? Activity is pretty much what you want to have in any of your fitness journey. You typically want to have your activity roughly 30 minutes. I say 30 minutes a day, just of you just getting up and moving. Again, activity doesn't have to necessarily be working out. Activity can be just walking, jogging, dancing, anything that kind of gets you moving and elevates your heart rate. But you just want to be you just don't want to be sitting around. You don't want to be sedentary. That's the word that we use a lot, sedentary. But you just want to be moving throughout the day. Now, nutrition and sleep is pretty important when it comes to it. And if you are looking to lose weight in your fitness journey, you don't necessarily need activity. But I would say if you want to maximize the best result for your fitness journey, adding activity to your fitness journey is the best way to go about it, because again, you are building your body. And so with this type of change, if you do add moving into it, it just makes it so much easier and you're going to feel so much better. But moving around doesn't just have a physical benefit to it, but it also has a mental benefit to it. Especially when you work out outside, you get to expose yourself to vitamin D, but also oxygen, helps you think a little bit clearer. All these things that happen when you just move around. And I think that's a really important thing when it comes to like your fitness journey, because you want to feel good when you're doing it. All right, so make sure that you are just trying to get at least 30 minutes of activity, and it'll just make a complete difference in your day, but not just that, but in your journey to whatever goals you're trying to do. Those are going to be the three things you definitely want to add in your fitness journey when you're going about it, all right? We're talking about nutrition, we're talking about sleep and rest, and we're talking about activity. Get those three things down, you're going to make a lot of stride in your fitness journey. All right, do I got to say that YouTuber stuff? Like the video, subscribe, tell a friend, swipe up, all those things, all right? So swipe up, tell a friend, subscribe, like, comment. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. I'll come out with some more stuff, more of this beginner guide stuff, more workout stuff later on. I just wanted to get this one out. Hopefully you enjoy it. I'll see you again another time. Coach Cam out. Peace. It's probably going to play the most important role in your diet. Nutrition is going to play probably the most important role in your journey. There's two approaches that you want to go with it. Okay. Okay.